Happy New Year, Cancer. It's 2026 and you are emerging from the Chrysalis. What does it mean? Well, you spent years working behind the scenes, processing emotions, healing old wounds, and preparing for something that you couldn't quite pinpoint, couldn't quite name it. So, 2026 is the year you finally emerge. And with Jupiter in your sign through June and major career shifts happening from February onward, you're stepping into a new version of yourself. And that's been incubating for some time. January to June is the spiritual preparation and career calling period. The year begins with the North Node in Pisces moving through your ninth house of philosophy, higher learning and distant horizons and journeys, while the South Node in Virgo occupies your third house of communication and your local environment. Your karmic direction's pretty clear now. It means you have to stop getting lost in the details of daily conversations and local concerns, and also stop overanalyzing every piece of information that crosses your path. And instead, expand into a bigger meaning, a larger truth, and find your place in the cosmic order. The South Node in Virgo in your third house indicates you're releasing perfectionist communication patterns. You need to have every fact straight before you speak. The tendency to criticize others' ideas rather than exploring your own beliefs first. That's the habit of staying busy with local errands and superficial connections rather than pursuing the deeper philosophical or spiritual questions calling you. That may also have to do with your day-to-day activities. You need to look at ways to, not just be busy for the sake of being busy. Jupiter continues its beautiful transit through Cancer, its best sign, and your first house through June 30. This is your time to shine, to expand, to take up space, and to be noticed. You deserve it. If you've been hiding or playing small, Jupiter in your sign won't allow that to continue any further. Your confidence will grow with each passing week. Your presence will strengthen. Opportunities find you even without seeking them. This is a lucky transit for you, Cancer. People are drawn to your energy in ways that might feel overwhelming if you're not used to being the center of attention. On January 26, Neptune enters Aries and begins its 14-year cycle through your 10th house of career and public status. Your professional path is about to become infused with spiritual purpose and creative vision. The old model of success, climb the ladder, accumulate those achievements, impress the right people, so on and so forth. That starts to feel a little empty now. You're being called to a vocation that feeds your soul, not just your bank account. Then Saturn will transit into Aries on February 13 and your career gets a serious structure, if not a restructure. Saturn in your 10th house for the next 2.5 years means that you're building something lasting in the professional realm. This isn't about shortcuts or quick wins, it's about establishing yourself as an authority through consistent excellence and unwavering commitment. In February, especially around the 20th, when Saturn and Neptune make a conjunction, this is a career crossroads moment. This only happens once every 36 years, and it's happening in your house of public achievement. Whatever you commit to professionally right now has a generational staying power. Some of you will launch businesses, others will step into some sort of leadership role, and still others will be completely desiring reinvention of their career path. The key is marrying practical ambition with this spiritual ideal. March to May is a communication release and an emotional expansion. It's a hard one to get out. The total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 3rd falls in your third house, bringing completion to a cycle involving communication, learning, and your ability to interact with your neighbors and siblings. Perhaps some sort of writing project or a book that you've been wanting to do is coming to completion now. The eclipse that takes place at this time shows your need to communicate from the heart rather than your head. Jupiter continues moving through your sign, and you're using these months wisely, allowing yourself to be seen and to grow in ways that were not quite your cup of tea before. You sense there's something important with Jupiter's departure in late June, and you're correct. The spring equinox on March 20th finds you in full expansion mode, with Jupiter amplifying your confidence. Uranus enters Gemini permanently on April 25th, and this is your 12th house, beginning a 7-year cycle where lots of stuff in your unconscious are going to come up to the surface. This really is a spiritual cleansing, and it opens up the questions of relationships, endings, and also solitude. You'll gain sudden spiritual insights which will punctuate the coming years. All patterns fall away as you resolve the past. June to July is a great shift. Jupiter enters Leo on June 30 and everything changes. After a year in the sign expanding your identity and presence, Jupiter now moves into your finance sector. For the next year, financial opportunities will definitely multiply and your earning potential can increase. But more importantly, your sense of self-worth grows independently and you don't really need the validation you once did. You're learning that your value isn't determined by others' opinions or standards. It's inherent in your own existence. On July 26, the nodes shift and your karmic direction moves once again. The North Node enters Aquarius, which is your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy and transformation. The South Node enters Leo and your 2nd house of personal resources and income. This is a profound reorientation and it lasts for about 18 months. You're now being called towards deeper intimacy, shared financial arrangements, psychological transformation, and the vulnerability required for a true merger with another. Your growth happens through facing your shadows, sharing your power and your resources with people you trust, and allowing yourself to be transformed by intimate connection. Meanwhile, you're releasing the South Node in Leo tendency, which means you have a tendency to hoard resources, to maintain complete financial independence, and that at the cost of a true partnership, or to value things and money more than transformation. Think about that. In August, we see the total solar eclipse in Leo. Again, this is activating your 2nd house, which initiates new income streams and a completely new relationship with your value and self-worth. But with the South Node also in this place, this eclipse is releasing as much as it's initiating. You're letting go of the belief that financial independence means emotional isolation and that providing for yourself means never needing anyone or never having the time to get engaged with someone, or that your worth is measured by your bank account rather than your depth. The partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on August 28 falls in your 9th house, bringing closure to the philosophical and spiritual expansion you've been pursuing since early 2025. This eclipse ends a very important cycle, and it shows that you have a different view of your life now. You're letting go of some of those belief systems that no longer impact you or have any benefit. You're finishing an old chapter of spiritual seeking, and now you're looking for something new. September, December is integration and depth. Jupiter in Leo continues expanding your resources and self-worth through the year 2026. By the end of the year, you're more financially stable than you've been for some time, and you're coming to an understanding what real wealth really means. Material security matters, but you understand that there's more to life. And as they say, the best things in life aren't things. Uranus in Gemini revolutionizes your 12th house throughout the rest of the year. Your unconscious is being electrified. Dreams become pretty wild and prophetic. You've got lightning fast insights, and intuition can be relied upon. Old psychological patterns are going to fall away, and soon you'll start to feel a sense of relief through the act of surrender. Saturn and Neptune in your 10th continue building your career with a blend of spiritual vision and practical structure. So the final year's ultimate message, Cancer, for 2026 is that this is your year of emergence. You've done the deep inner work, the therapy, the shadow work. Now it's time to bring all of that growth into a cohesive outward expression. First half focuses on career activation and personal expansion, and the second half shifts towards intimate transformation and shared resources. Your challenge will be to allow yourself to be seen without retreating into your shell when things get a little uncomfortable. Let people witness the power that you've acquired now. Let your career reflect your authentic calling, and let your emotional depth become your professional strength. When the nodes shift in July, you'll be ready to share your power and resources with others. 2026 is going to be the year that you stop hiding your talents and start shining them fully in the world. Good luck. I'll see you soon.